about you and Johnny Depp? Because you two have been friends for a long time.
There's nobody I admire more than Mr. Depp.
Amber Heard claims that Robert Downey Jr. never left Johnny Depp's side. A few years ago, the Iron Man star went through the same phase as Johnny Depp. Due to the defamation trial, Johnny lost his friends, fans, jobs, and even the films he was working with. He got fired, and Heard was the main reason behind his situation. As per Heard, it appears that Robert Downey Jr. did something to save Johnny Depp. So what did Amber Heard reveal that Robert Downey Jr. did to help Johnny Depp's career? How did Downey Jr. respond to Amber Heard? Keep watching to know more. Robert stated that he knows Depp very well and believes he is not guilty. Robert Downey Jr. formally stated his support for Johnny Depp because he was innocent and stated that he would help Depp get his career back on track. Downey's support for Depp, on the other hand, did not sit well with Amber Heard, who had recently raged at the Iron Man star. She is perplexed as to why everyone is siding with Depp and why no one supported Heard during the trial. Due to the defamation trial, Johnny Depp has lost friends in the film industry, fans, and even his career as a result of the allegations. Despite the fact that the allegations were unsubstantiated, they all fired him. He lost everything as a result of Amber Heard's actions. But one thing remained constant: his friendship with Robert Downey Jr. When the judge asked Johnny what he had lost as a result of the false claims, he said he had lost everything. Johnny is best known for his role as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Disney television series Pirates of the Caribbean. He explained that he created Jack Sparrow from the ground up. He stated that the role was one in which he had invested a lot of himself, as every character does. Nobody can play Jack Sparrow as well as Johnny, but Disney was the first to let him go. After years of hard work, the actor admitted that being let go from his job as an actor at Disney was heartbreaking for him. After being forced to leave his role in Fantastic Beasts 3, Johnny Depp had nothing to cling to. Although he had an outstanding career prior to the big break, he also needed his job to survive, and Robert Downey Jr. was one of the actors who still believed in him because he was not guilty of the allegations. After everything that had happened to Amber Heard, the talented actor stood up to help his pal get back on his feet. He wants Johnny Depp to be part of the Sherlock family after being fired from his previous projects. Iron Man star Robert Downey Jr. has transformed himself from a troubled celebrity to one of Hollywood's most renowned performers. And for someone like him to have supported Johnny Depp means a lot to Johnny, his career, and his fans. Robert Downey Jr. was said to have been created for the role of Iron Man, just as Johnny Depp was said to have been created for his role in Pirates of the Caribbean. When he suggested casting Johnny Depp in a Sherlock Holmes film in 2020, Robert Downey Jr. initially supported him. Given Johnny's comments about getting the cold shoulder in Hollywood, Robert chose to shower him with love, and the love was overwhelming. This is most likely due to Robert's understanding of what it's like to reach rock bottom. Robert Downey Jr., widely regarded as one of Hollywood's most intelligent and talented actors, has opened up about his drug addiction. He was in and out of state-run drug treatment facilities throughout California for several years. He was sentenced to 36 months in state prison in 1999 and served 12 months before being paroled. He was arrested twice in the following 8 months before being sent to Wavelengths International for 6 months of rehabilitation. He has visited a number of court-ordered addiction treatment facilities over the years. Robert Downey Jr. refers to the period in his life when he hit rock bottom with his addiction and lost everything as rock bottom. His wife abandoned him and took his son. He was fired from his role on the show Ally McBeal. When the incident occurred, Robert Downey Jr. was deeply in debt and on the verge of declaring bankruptcy, leaving his career in shambles following a series of highly publicized, drug-addicted linked tales, arrests, and entries into the rehabilitation center. He has now risen to the top of Hollywood's A-list, thanks to his cast and everyone who believed in him and gave him another chance. If you accept, you might be given another chance. After witnessing a similar situation with Johnny Depp, Robert Downey Jr. is said to be willing to go to any length to defend him. Robert Downey Jr., an A-list actor, attempts to cast Johnny Depp in his upcoming film Sherlock Holmes 3. This comes at a good time for Johnny, who has finally found a place to live following a legal battle with his ex-wife Amber Heard. Robert Downey's wife, Susan Downey, was a producer on both films, and the couple's Downey firm is expected to be heavily involved in the third. These should provide them with a plethora of casting options. And according to a reliable Warner Brothers source, Robert Downey Jr. has wanted Johnny Depp on board like hell. If Johnny is cast in the Sherlock Holmes films, it'll be more than just a fresh start. This is most likely due to the fact that Depp's screen persona should be a perfect fit for the steampunk aesthetic of the Sherlock Holmes films, and playing such a role will help Johnny's career. Johnny will undoubtedly gain popularity if he plays another well-known villain in Sherlock Holmes 3. Johnny Depp's career has suffered, but you can be confident that it will recover gradually. Although no information about the film has been released, he should play another well-known villain from the Sherlock Holmes universe if he joins the cast of Sherlock Holmes 3. Do you think Johnny's career will get back with Sherlock Holmes 3? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe for more.